of Jesus on planet Earth. In fact, portions of the curse of Adam will be either reversed or suspended during this 1,000-year period of time. As far as human beings go, they will experience longevity of life, much like they did before and after the flood of Noah. People will be living 500-600 years and still able-bodied. They won't be all like we are, all worn out and beat up. They'll still be able to. Some of them will live the whole. If they're born in this kingdom, the potential for them to live the whole 1,000 years. All babies that's born in the kingdom. All right, we're almost out of time. I covered a lot of things. I'm going to discipline myself, try to stay with my notes, but that's one reason I pass out notes. So next time we meet, it'll be 2 weeks from now, and we're going to deal with Revelation chapter 1, verses 1 through 8. And you already have the commentary. You have a handout, and we're going to explain verse by verse. I'm not going to do this all the way through the book of Revelation. It's just important that we do it at certain spots where we look at every word, every verse. And other time we'll be like a broad observation of certain things, because we don't want anybody getting any confused about it. Okay, anybody have any questions, comments, or anything that's not clear before we sign out today? Yes, ma'am. Speak up a little bit now. Will they still have another chance to be saved? Well, according to the Bible, you cannot find anybody being saved after the first 3.5 years of the tribulation. It says a number no man can number is seen coming up out of the earth into heaven. And those people are what you call tribulation saints. During this last half of the tribulation, there's nothing to say anybody would get saved. And during this kingdom, this is what I was asking the question a while ago, how could it be that nobody would else be saved? And the theological answer is that these people are going to submit to the authority of Jesus as King of Kings, Lord of Lords, but they're not going to accept him in their heart. That's what the theologians say about that. So they'll see Jesus, know he's Jesus, and will Jesus perform any miracles is another question you could label, because his ministry had 3 categories: prophet, the first time he came; priest, right now he's sitting at the right hand of the Father, he's our high priest; and then king. The miracle works of Jesus only happen I don't take the word only out. They primarily happen during his earthly sojourn. He worked 37 miracles, and that was to fulfill the prophecy of the Old Testament that said he would do those things. He wasn't just doing something. So there are no prophecies about him working miracles in the kingdom like it was when he first came the first time. So will they, your question was, will those people have a chance to be saved? These people that are born. And my answer would be, I don't really know, but based on what I do know, I haven't been able to find anything in the Bible that confirms they will. Because here's what I'm basing it on, so you know. At the end of the 1,000 years, they take the chains out of Satan and let him out, and he immediately goes to the 4 corners of the earth and gets an army of human beings to join with him and his demons and come back and overthrow Jesus Christ again. Now, to me, that's an illustration that a whole bunch of folks, if not all the folks in this kingdom, that's going to join with Satan, God's adversary. After he's free, he get out on parole one day, and that's what he does. He goes and gets this army to come back. Tells me that they are not redeemed people. Because if they were redeemed people, they would not have affiliated themselves with Satan. But we'll get to that, because when we get to going back and forth between Daniel and book of Revelation regarding this, a lot of things will become clear. But to answer your question, this is why it's so urgent. Get people saved before the rapture, because they can't be in the church unless they get saved between Pentecost and the rapture. But they can be saved in the first half of tribulation, but then they got to go through the first half of the tribulation, suffer, and be executed, beheaded publicly, all kind of things by the Antichrist, because they won't accept the mark of the beast. They believe in Jesus Christ. It'll be tremendous. Jesus said it this way, and that's on my notes too, or either be next week. Tribulation such as never been before. He calls it the Great Tribulation. On Matthew 24, tribulation such as there's never been. In other words, the most horrible persecution and horrific acts against people that believe will happen during the tribulation period. The Jews especially, but Jews and Gentiles. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, we'll look at that again. Thank you all so much. Anybody else got any questions or comments? No, not next week. We're going to be off for Thanksgiving. But anyway, if Pastor, you have anything else? Anybody else? If not, we'll thank y'all for joining us. We're already off the air, probably. Not yet. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Pray for us. Hope to see you again 2 weeks after the Wednesday.